In every hospital, there are stories we never tell. Quiet moments that stay behind after the lights go out. Some are about pain, some about healing, and some about the spaces in between. Tonight's story is about a woman whose silence spoke louder than words. This is the patient who thanked no one. She was admitted on a rainy Wednesday evening. A middle-aged woman, small in size but carrying something heavy in her eyes. Stage 4 cancer. Room 6, bed by the window. The nurses said she barely talked. She ate little, smiled never, and when people greeted her, she just nodded faintly, eyes fixed somewhere far away. They said she was cold, difficult, ungrateful, but no one knew that before the illness. She was a teacher, the kind that called her students my children. No one knew she had a daughter studying nursing in another city, a daughter she hadn't seen in months. And no one knew that every time a nurse entered her room, she saw a glimpse of that daughter, and it hurt too much to speak. Days passed. Her body grew weaker, but she never asked for more morphine, never rang the bell for help. She just watched. The nurses, the doctors, the shifting faces, all moving around her like ghosts of a life she once had. One night, her nurse, Sandra, stayed behind after her shift. She said she couldn't sleep, so she decided to check on her patients one last time. When she entered room 6, the air was still. The monitor beeped slowly, almost like a heartbeat trying to remember its rhythm. Sandra rushed forward, called for help, started compressions, but the monitor flatlined anyway. And the room fell silent again. Sandra sat by her side for a long while, whispering apologies into the emptiness. That's when she saw it. A folded piece of paper under the water jug. She opened it carefully. In shaky handwriting it read, "I didn't thank you because I didn't want to cry. You reminded me of my daughter. She's a nurse too. Tell her I'm proud of her if you ever meet her." Sandra froze. Her hands trembled. And for the first time in a long while, she cried, not just for the patient but for herself, for every nurse who gave pieces of themselves to strangers every day. She placed the note back under the jug, whispered, "Thank you," and turned off the lights. In healthcare, gratitude doesn't always come in words. Sometimes it hides in the quiet moments, in a smile that never came, or a note left behind when no one's watching. If you're a nurse, a doctor, a caregiver, or just someone trying to help, remember this. Your kindness doesn't go unseen. This was the patient who thanked no one. You've been listening to Echo Health Tales, inspired by real stories, quiet voices, and the echoes that stay long after the shift ends.